Hello, Sagittarius North Node. Welcome to your reading for the Spring Equinox 2023. So this reading will be for March 20th to June 20th, 2023, 3-month time span from the Spring Equinox. This is a general reading, so not all the messages will be for you. Just take what resonates and leave the rest for whoever else in your Sagittarius North Node collective needs to hear that message at this time. If you are enjoying this reading, do give it a like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that I may connect to your energies more easily, and click the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a reading only for the North Node placement. It's not for any other placement in your chart. So not for the Sun, Moon, or Rising, only North Node. If you're not 100% sure where your North Node is, then you can click the link in the description box, which will take you to my website where you can look up your date of birth on the chart and see where the North Node was at that date and year. This has been a very deep session, these North Node readings. We're talking about emerging from the shadows, emerging from the cocoon, and integrating our transformation into our everyday lives now, into our physical reality. And so far, I've felt a lot of challenges for a lot of people. I'm going through my own challenges with that as well. So I'll use my North Node spread that was given to me by my guides. I'll go through that very quickly, what the different sections are. All the sections will be timestamped in the description box below so that you can pause this reading and return to it, or come back anytime during the next 3 months to refer back to any particular section that you want to review. So we start with the universal energies on the outside. Those are the big overarching energies that are available to you, working with you at this time. Then we go to the 5D, which is your higher self and your future self, what they recommend you to pay attention to, areas of your life to focus on for your next level stage of expansion. Then we'll look at the 3D in the center, which is your physical reality and the opportunities, the situations that are showing up as opportunities for your growth. We'll ask how to bridge the 3D to the 5D, strategies for that. And as this reading has to do with grounding new energies, I'll pull 4 cards in the corners at the end for the best things you can do to ground your energies in the next 3 months. And then I'll pull your final oracles and we'll be all done. So I think that completes the intro spiel. So I'll start shuffling for you, Sagittarius North Node. I'm enjoying the daylight at the moment. So, but if it causes a problem with seeing the cards, then I'll turn on my light. During your opening meditation, I saw bees. We'll see if what that has to do with your message today. Okay. So we have cosmos of the heart, rebirth, fertile, and then we have two at this side, intuitive arts guide and work. So the overarching energies I see here for you, Sagittarius North Node, is that you have the opportunity to restructure your life around your heart's desires, your heart's truth. I do see a heart opening for you, and I'm going to turn on the light. Okay. There's a potential in this time for your heart to open and be renewed so that you can live a more well-rounded emotional life. The energies are available for you to change and adapt your day-to-day routine so that there's more meaning in it for you. It becomes less drudgery, if you will, and less obligation. There is the potential for you to bring more inspiration, inspired action into your day-to-day life and into your work. And this is, of course, if you want it. If you're happy where you are, there's just, you can use the energy to simply increase the depth or broadness of that happiness and that fulfillment. I do see as well the potential for routines that you thought or just you're going to have to live with forever, that those will be able to, you'll be able to topple those routines and restructure them all together or eliminate them altogether and have new ones. Heading to your 5D now. We have strength. I'm feeling something with health as well. Third eye chakra. Third chakra. Miracle. Duality. Commitment. I feel it's the one that's under my finger. Awareness. Okay. And solar plexus chakra, which is the third chakra again. Oh, there's a lot about your willpower here. And they're showing me that, I mean, usually we don't reduce double numbers, but 33 equals 6, third eye chakra as well. And you have 3 and 3, another 33. Okay. Sagittarius North Node, if you have a health issue, there is the possibility for you to experience what in our dimension would be considered a miracle. Spontaneous healing, a new level of health is available to you. Once again, these readings are not a substitute for medical advice. It does not hurt, though, to believe in miracles, right? And to believe that there's more to healing our physical bodies than our current level of medicine is able to understand and able to harness. So in that, we have strength. The frequency of strength supports our ability to harmonize all our qualities and skills towards a strong and balanced way of being. There's an energy of having given up on something, and maybe, I'm feeling that on one side of the coin, you can call it giving up. On the other side of the coin, you may just call it acceptance, accepting what you've been told the reality is. But with the third eye chakra and the third chakra, it's a willingness to take a higher intuition, an awareness. We have awareness card over there, which I'll come to. You're a very sensitive being, more sensitive than you acknowledge and embrace. And in that, it means that sometimes or often you're ignoring the promptings of the universe and the wisdom of your own soul. So your higher self, future self, is asking you to be more willing to embrace the expanded version of reality that you experience in your mind. That does include, at some point in this evolution, discernment between your monkey mind, as people call it, or your ego, and actual divine promptings and divine messages. What I'm getting here with the third chakra, I'm going to read the third chakra since you have it twice anyway. The energy of the solar plexus chakra helps us to realize who we are and who we want to be so we can set a course toward our goals. And then miracle, we have the frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as part of source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. So there is a lot here as well around beliefs and how you live your beliefs. The will to put that energy into the world. And the question that is being posed to you is, what is it that you really believe in your heart, soul, and mind? because the reality that you're creating is based on those beliefs. Your guides want you to believe that anything is possible, that any change can come about at any time, and that there's nothing that you are permanently bound to. With duality here, I feel that you have a very different inner world than the life that you live externally. And you are to focus your attention on having more balance between the two. Certainly we all have situations and environments in our life where we know that certain aspects of ourselves cannot thrive, will not be appreciated. But there's a difference between knowing where certain energy is best utilized and locking down that energy altogether. Your guides want you to understand that duality is part of this 3D experience. We are always balancing opposites and working towards standing in the middle of those two, or fully integrating both sides. Some of you are being called to a more creative expression. This is not limited to, creation of art. It's simply releasing yourself from the confines of regimented work, where you've become almost robotic, and infusing some type of creativity into it. Now, you may not be allowed to be, right, to be doing that, depending on what type of work you actually do. But I do feel that if you have a more traditional job, I'm seeing a factory worker, for example, where there's not much room for independent thought, then you are encouraged to seek other outlets for your creativity. And this may be something that you volunteer at. It may be a side job, a side business. If you do decide to make it into something money-making, you will make money with it. That is another point that your guides want you to know. It's not going to be a waste of energy or resources, because whatever is divinely guided will be supported. I don't see, for the majority, though, a massive career change, as much as I see the addition of something on a scale that's manageable for your lifestyle and your time constraints. But that little effort can turn into something much bigger, especially if there's commitment behind it. The frequency of commitment supports our ability to devote ourselves in all aspects of our being and with unwavering belief. And with awareness in the solar plexus chakra, again, we're talking about personal power and the ability to see all of what's around us, and therefore, because we see it clearly, we can utilize it to manifest what it is we want to manifest. You're being asked to commit to a spiritual truth or a set of internal values that you've always held, but not necessarily walked through the world with confidence. It's like only the closest people to you know that this is how you think and how you feel. From the outside, looking in, people may not recognize it. You're not showing it, is what I'm getting as well. You're not necessarily showing it. And this will take some strength of character, especially if you've built a work life and community around a edited version of yourself. It will take some willpower to go against the grain, and it will take willpower to believe strongly in something that others tell you is not true, doesn't exist, or is not possible. I'm heading to your 3D now. What is happening in your physical reality as opportunities for growth? We have the Page of Wands, the King of Wands in reverse. The Magician. And the Devil in reverse. Okay, so I see opportunities coming forward for you to try out new strategies, to try out new ways of being, new ways of acting in the world. And the universe is sending you these opportunities because they want you to exercise this new enlightened perspective that you have gained. You may not realize that you've gained it just yet. But you'll be approached with situations that you've had in the past. So similar situations will come to you, and you will be challenged to approach them in a different way. And you may ask yourself, why? I thought I already dealt with these things. Why are they coming up again? Why do I always have these type of conflicts and these type of challenges? It's because you're equipped differently now, and you need to practice using those tools. And practice actually acting in the world as you feel and value within, with the integrity and strength of character. The King of Wands in reverse, I see, ways that you used to handle situations, they're going to stop working for you. They're going to stop working for you. You're going to feel that they don't have the same effect. You may not feel as comfortable using the same strategies that you used to use to get through life, because your awareness of how you act and how it affects the outcome. Are you truly getting what you want? This is all in the rebirth section, right? It's like you are already a different person in the quantum field, in the etheric, in your etheric bodies. You're already a different person. It's a matter of now, can you walk the walk? You know, will you actually move through life and your actions reflect this new energetic life that you have? I see in the Magician that you will become very aware of your manifestations and how it will become like quickly aware. You'll realize that you've created something. Even in the moment that you've created it, you'll realize like, oh, I see how A led to B led to C. And I see that you'll start to understand how important the intentions behind your actions are. But you'll also be more accepting of situations that you've created in the past that were not healthy or didn't serve the highest good of yourself or another person. So do be prepared for stuff from the past to resurface, as if they haven't been resurfacing enough. But these ones are specifically to show you the difference between when you've been operating in your light and when you've been operating in your shadow, or consciously versus unconsciously as well. You'll start to see, and this is meant to give you a lesson in how to use your energy. The Devil in reverse, you may have a difficult time owning up to and embracing, forgiving yourself, showing yourself love, regardless of the fact that you may have, we all have caused some type of havoc in the past somewhere, right? Everyone is at some point the villain in someone's story, right? But I also see that these situations are coming up because they're ready for you to release any blame, shame, or guilt around them. And this can be part of some of the health concerns that you are experiencing. Grief, shame, blame, closing off the heart, closing yourself to blessings because you don't feel deserving. All of that will, in the next 3 months, come up to be cleared if you are prepared to clear it. I'm going to pull for your how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. since we're naturally getting into the advice section anyway. So we have the Empress, Tower in reverse, the Six of Pentacles, just asking if they want all of these cards. Yeah, they do. Okay. Alrighty. And then you also get to see the bottom of the deck, which is the Strength card in reverse. I can't get... Anyway. Alright, so you have the Nine of Swords, the Sun in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. So how to bridge the 3D and the 5D. The Empress... You're advised to stay secure in your inner knowing, in yourself, in your place in the universe. Sounds like a tall order, I know, but to be aware that you are master of your own kingdom. And everything within it you have the power to affect with your attention, your awareness, or your unwillingness to engage, right? Action and inaction are both in your power. So as you are trying out new strategies for moving through life, new actions, new behaviors, it's important for you to stay centered in your sense of self. The only thing I'm getting from the time the Tower in reverse popped out, it said, don't fall apart, don't fall apart, don't fall apart. Yeah. Don't fall apart. And don't blow up your life just yet, right? This season is, it's like a practice ground for you. It's a practice ground. And so this also means, because as I said, you know, this reading is not a substitute for medical advice. So if we retouch upon anything that has to do with your health, it's not a time to leave one course of treatment and completely and move to another. It is a time to explore, right, other avenues, but more in addition rather than as a substitute. And add the belief and the frequency of miracle to everything that you're already doing. And that includes not doubting that the course of action that you're taking is wrong or is right or will work, right? The belief, adding your belief behind even a treatment, an exercise program, a nutritional program, adding your belief like, yes, this will work for me. Yes, this will get me to, it doesn't have to be the one thing that works forever, but at this phase, this is going to, heal all that it can heal. My body is going to participate. My body and mind will participate, and it will take me to the next stage of healing. I'm also seeing, once again, if you may not want to completely change your work situation right now. You'll want to dip your toe into something else and start the process of your work life evolving. Because I'm seeing in the next 3 months right now, it doesn't look like the big opportunity will show up yet, because you're still in the phase of grounding your authentic self into your actions, into how you go about your day-to-day, how you speak to people, the discipline you have, the routines you have. You're still grounding that. So you don't want to make any big shifts before that has integrated. And your vibration will not be calling in the opportunities until that energy is grounded as well. So the Six of Pentacles, this is about equal give and take. This is by the duality card, commitment, and the Magician. And this is about taking stock of what you put in with respect to what you expect to get out, and what other people are giving and what you are giving in return. The balance is not always one-to-one. Sometimes, it's a bigger, broader balance. Meaning that if someone holds the door for you, you don't have to automatically give them something equal in return. A thank you is enough in terms of an energetic exchange or a smile. And it may turn around then that you see a person struggling with grocery bags and you hold the door for them, right? So, and that is balance in the greater, universe, let's say. So you are to understand life as and your interactions as always a balance of give and take, giving and receiving. You also must open yourself up to receiving and not always feeling like you have to give immediately in return anything other than your gratitude. Some of you also need to learn that you can't give with the expectation of receiving. It taints the giving in a way, the integrity of the giving. So take that into account take balance of give and take into account, and your intentions when you give or take. These 3 cards are Nine of Swords, the Sun in reverse, and the Ace of Wands. What I'm getting here is, You may be confronted with some crappy feelings, right? Guilt, shame, blame on this side. You may be confronted with some crappy feelings of ways that you have acted in the past. And it's not a time to ask for forgiveness outwardly. You may not have that opportunity anyway. You only have the opportunity to act in new ways moving forward. And so it keeps coming back. It's like, don't be very aware of how your negative feelings towards yourself, how they're affecting you, and how long you let them linger. Use them as lessons and opportunities to offer yourself forgiveness, opportunities to allow the universe to comfort you. This is a rebirth time for you, and there may be some difficult experiences. And I'm seeing specifically experiences where you're not that proud of how you acted in them, coming to the forefront to be cleared, forgiven, embraced as well, so that you can feel fully worthy of blessings. Going to your grounding cards now. How can you ground this transformation into your physical reality? This card's been coming out a lot, and I don't know how to pronounce this. I just say Seneschal. I'm not sure if that's correct, but this would normally be the Knight of Pentacles, 12 of Earth. The Father. Nine of Water. I don't know which one of these they want. 3 of them came out. The Union is the one that jumped out to me, but you also got the King of Air and the 6 of Air. I'm going to leave them to the side, though, for now and see if they come up. And on the bottom, you have the 9 of Air. Lots of swords coming in. Okay. With the Knight, one way to ground yourself, so strategy number 1 for grounding yourself in the next 3 months is to be very aware of all that you've built up to now and appreciate yourself for all the good that you've done, big and small. And appreciate yourself for all of the good intentions, for all the times that your intentions were good. You know, really focus on your positive qualities, what you consider your positive qualities. So there's kindness, if you're a good listener, if you're generous with your resources, generous with your time, if people can always rely on you for whatever, for a ride, for picking up dinner on the way home. Like, you really need to embrace all of the things, all of what you've created. Embrace all that you've created and appreciate yourself for all the times you've shown up as a support for others. Appreciate all the times that you've shown loyalty. You have the dog here. All the times that you've shown loyalty, all the secrets that you've kept. You've been a good friend, all the good advice you've given. You have contributed a lot of positivity to people's lives as well. I know this whole thing this whole reading has been about you looking at the ways that you may not be so proud of yourself. But the counterbalance to that is for you to also be very aware of all the things that you can very much be proud of how you've shown up in life for yourself and for people up to now. So that's grounding strategy number 1. Be aware and acknowledge and recognize all of the good contributions that you have made. The Father. Oh. Sorry, sometimes when the energy feels like intense, I need to sigh. Come to terms with whatever if you have issues with your father, it's time to come to terms with them and renew your faith in divine masculinity. I also feel again that this represents, it's funny because when I see, if it was like the mother, unconditional love would be the first energy I feel. With the father, yes, there is unconditional love, but there's also, I feel more of an energy of being rewarded for accomplishments, being encouraged to push beyond boundaries, teaching one how to be noble in the world. So this energy of grounding here is encourage yourself to be a better person, knowing that you are already a good person. You're just learning how that good person, how that is translated into actions, into words and actions and deeds. Encourage yourself to be better because you already know that the potential is there. You already know that you are essentially good and loving at your core. we all have natural talents that still need to go through, practice, discipline, and development. So father yourself in that way where you see your own potential and encourage yourself to develop to your full potential. I think I'll leave it like that. So that was grounding strategy number 2. Grounding strategy number 3, the 9 of water. Fully acknowledge your emotions. If something feels shitty, just let it wash over you and wash away. And they just said to me, because this is by fertile, right? It's like, what fertilizes? What's the best fertilizer? I don't know if it's the best, but one fertilizer is manure, right? So take all that crap and let it fertilize the soil of what you're growing now. You have learned a lot. You have learned a lot up to now. And it does no good to anybody for you to block those lessons because you're afraid to feel the feels, right? Or it's uncomfortable to feel the feels. So be committed to acknowledging your emotion. Recognize the watery quality of emotion, meaning that they're always moving. You always have the power to flush them away. You may want to, as part of your grounding process in the next 3 months, do water rituals, because here I was seeing her like in the shower. Even in the shower, you can play music while you're in the shower and sing along, and they're songs that are about freedom, release, forgiveness. We put too much stock, I find, in rituals being this very codified thing. Rituals are whatever you do with intention. The magic is you. So you could even make a ritual out of washing your hands, for example, by visualizing that when you wash your hands, you wash it of any bad deeds, let everything my hand touches, shine with gold, for example. Like, I'm making this up as I go along, but so that's strategy number 3, water rituals, fully acknowledging your emotions, letting them flow, and any water rituals that you can integrate will be beneficial to you. And the last card you have here is number 13, union. Number 13 in the traditional tarot is the death card. And I like that it's union in this because I feel like there's an old version of you that needs to be laid to rest. And actually, and you're the only one who can lay it to rest. People can try to hold you down, to hold you to your past, but the universe is ready to help you move forward. The only mistake you can make is not taking your lessons with you. And not believing that you are worthy of moving on. So I'm getting from this card, stop punishing yourself. And believe yourself to be worthy of all good things. I'm seeing mirror work in this one too, like look yourself in the eye. You do need to look yourself in the eye and be able to say, yeah, you're a good person. I love you. You are loved. You are lovable. So yes, grounding strategy number 4 is loving all parts of yourself and believing yourself, all parts of yourself, worthy of the blessings that the universe has to offer you. Because they're just sitting there waiting for you to be ready. You know, they're kind of sitting there waiting for you to be ready. I'm going to read your final oracles now. So I'm just going to read from the guidebook for these. I'm going to pull I'm going to pull from 2 different decks and then a little small one at the end. So we have bright heart light, open connections. 18. This peaceful yet powerful priestess of the heart comes to bring you unbounded hope and meaningful connections. She's emerging from the forest where lush green vegetation grows all around her. Like the woman pictured here, a brilliant radiance is sourced at your own heart center, with rays reaching out to the world. Even if you try to contain it, your soul light is energetically vibrant and always longing to connect. This marks a time of opening up for you. You may have been feeling disconnected or isolated lately, by your own choosing or due to circumstances outside of your control. Either way, you're getting ready to come out of the trees and forge the profound soul-to-soul connections that enrich your life and bring you into alignment with the universal fields of unlimited abundance. This is a powerful card of manifestation. When you open your heart to receive from and give to others, the universe itself sends kindred souls willing to share their heart light, assistance, and solutions with you. On a purely practical level, this could portend blossoming friendships and perhaps new love on the horizon. It's time to release your hesitation. Let yourself trust and open up to the honoring support all around you. And the affirmation is, I am willing to connect. I open my heart and my life to the love and caring friendships my spirit desires and deserves. Yes, believe yourself to be worthy. Know yourself to be a good person. And that will be reflected in the world around you. Okay, we're going to pull an inner peace card. Okay, now what's it come? 37, rise above. It's not yours to carry. You are an empath. How can you detach from the drama? Interesting. So maybe all that blame, shame, and guilt is not yours. Maybe some of it's yours, but not all of it. Okay. An unforeseen force is working in your life right now, and it is your superpower to feel other people's emotions. Being an empath means you're highly sensitive to the energy of other people, places, animals, and nature. It is a gift to have such a compassionate heart, as you are aware of other people's emotions, but it can be confusing if you don't understand this about yourself. You know you are a natural empath if people turn to you for advice, and you tend to have a soothing effect on others when they are around you. As a highly sensitive person, you naturally want to help other people and take away their pain. But this is an important time to stop focusing on others and instead take care of yourself. You've drawn this card because many of the overwhelming feelings you've been experiencing are not yours. You have been picking up energy from others and transmuting it. As an empath, this is your gift to the world. You help heal by taking on others' pain, but it harms you if you don't know how to work with your own energy. Give yourself time to rest without judging yourself. Release this pressure and instead listen to your own body. You can care for others, but you must care first for yourself. And there's a divine assignment attached to it. Being an empath is a divine gift, but if you don't know how to balance and ground yourself, it can become a chore. Next time a wave of emotion comes over you, ask, is this mine, or is this for me to heal? If your inner voice connects with it, you will know it is an unhealed aspect of your journey. But if you don't know how it is connected, it could be picked up energy. Let your higher self respond. You may realize the energy isn't yours and perhaps belongs to someone you just passed or came in contact with. Most often, the roller coaster of emotions you are experiencing is not yours. As an empath, it is extra important to ground yourself daily, set clear boundaries, and take care of yourself first. When you become more stable and begin to take care of your energies consciously, you will no longer be impacted by the outside world because your inner world will stay strong. Instead of allowing your environment to affect your mood, find the source of stability within yourself. It's time to rise above the roller coaster drama of the world and seek solace within. Okay, and one more, just a tiny starseed message for Sagittarius North Node. And you want this one? Oh, we got two. Creation. Being creative is a wonderful way of witnessing the unfolding of your limitless creative soul. And truth, see your light, know your power, have the courage to walk your truth. Sagittarius North Node. I hope that resonated with you, and I hope that it gave you some type of insight and comfort. Know that you are not alone on this journey. There are many of us who are feeling just as disoriented. And we're in this next phase of evolution together. I wish you all the best for the next 3 months, and I will see you around. Until then, take care, be well, and stay blessed. Bye for now.